Hello again guys, and welcome to episode 10 of DENT Station. Carrying on the timetable. We had to split it last time around the 2:30 mark due to the camera running down. So we're starting at 2:30. We may get till 4 o'clock. We'll see how we go. And first two trains of the day in the up direction. It is the crew training run that went to Appleby between 10 and 11 is returning. Same loco on it, D368, English Electric Type 4. So that's the first southbound of the day, and the first northbound of the day is an express passenger from the X1206 from Sheffield to Glasgow, and that'll have a Patriot on it, making good use of the Frosties packets. Right, so we'll get on with that. I'll show you a couple of things I've done, not a lot, but a couple of things I've done running up to the timetable starting. Okay. I mentioned in last week's episode that I was thinking of doing some more 3-link couplings. So I've managed to convert these 7 wagons this morning, and they do look a lot better with 3 links on. But when you close them up, the gaps between the wagons are far better appearance. Very easy running. And that typical shunt noise as well, fabulous. I doubt I shall do all my stuff, I've got too much to do. I'll pick a good selection that would be used on pickup freights and general goods, and we'll see how we go with that. So as I mentioned last week, on the front of all the trains I tend to have headlamps if possible. Now the amount of headlamps you need when you're trying to run a timetable get a bit crazy, and the price of the such like a Springside and people like that, to me it's just not cost effective. So I just fabricate my own from strips of Plastruct and evergreen, etc. And I've made 20, I think it is. Keep losing the odd few, that's why I have to make a few more. So I'll show you those now. And this is the 3 sections I use. This one's about 1 millimetre by 2 millimetre, and that's about 2.5 to 3 by 1/2 mil, and that is a 2 mil rod. So those are 3 components, and that is how they are put together. So the thicker one is in the middle, and the thin one's at the back, and the slice of the rod is put at the front with a bit of silver paint if it's a headlight, and a bit of red paint if it's a tail light. And it seems to work for me. The only hard part about the whole thing is modern locomotives tend to have little pegs for the hand lamps. So rather than stick them to them, I have to drill a hole in them, and 1 millimetre hole is required. So you have to be a little bit delicate. I start with a 0.6 drill and then finish off with a 1 mil. You get the odd mistake where it gets ruined, but how much do these cost each? Farthings. So we'll get on with the timetable now, and the first train of the day is the test train returning from Appleby to Neville Hill. same English Electric Type 4 D368. So this is the X1206 service from Sheffield Midland to Glasgow. It passes through DENT around 1436 and it has a Patriot on it today, 45512 Bunsen. The next working is a Class 8 General Freight. It's the X1147 from Hunslet to Carlisle, and today it has a Class 4 hybrid mogul in charge, 43154. This is the 1M88, which is the X1005 Edinburgh to St Pancras. The other named train which graces the Settle Carlisle, the Waverley. And it has Britannia today 70044 Earl Haig in charge. One of my favourite locals, the Britannias. Didn't quite see them all, sadly. The next service up is a down stopper, 1246 from Bradford Forster Square to Hawes. Hawes was still open in my mind. Oh dear. Nearly a derailment then. It's got Stania 264 tank at the head, 42437. So this train gets to Garsdale, which is the next stop, and it takes the junction to Hawes, which sadly was lifted in the 60s. But for modelling interest, the service was there, so it's still there in my mind. Just wish the music, it is music isn't it? Wish the music would match what's on the layout. Okay, so the next working is we're working to provide the coal and take away the ash from the depots along the line. So this is an up working, it's heading for Hellifield. The signalman's been instructed to set this back into the refuge siding. So he's bringing the train to a halt. The signal's gone off now. The driver going to pull forward and be advised. Looks like another cobalt point motor's on its way out. The driver's pulled past the refuge signal now to get out the ground signal, sorry, to get out the refuge siding, and the main line's been reset for the next up train. The next train is General Goods Class 7 from Carlisle to Crewe, Warrington and Widnes. It's a 7K07 is the head code, and it's booked for Class 5, and today it's Black 5 44666. And a friend of mine's advised me there's a gadget called the gimbal, which helps prevent camera shake, which you're probably experiencing now. So I have ordered one this week, and hopefully by next week it'll be here and we can get rid of this. Bit of a bird's eye view for this one. And there she goes, heading into the bleakness of Whithill Tunnel. And it's working as a northbound CM and EE working. So, track relaying train on its way back to the depot. And the class 20 on this is D8169. Interesting mix of wagons. The salmon wagon at the end is a Cambrian kit with the black panels on. This is the last down working of the timetable for this hour. It's the anhydrite empties returning from Widnes to Long Meg. It's about the only freight that actually starts on the S&C and finishes on the S&C. It's hauled today by a 9F 92009, and it has a load of 20 empties plus brake van. That's the maximum for a loaded run. So it's an empty set going back to Long Meg. That the anhydrite is my favourite train of the layout, giving it a little bit more attention than normal. All these wagons started life off as the DAPOL unmarked 21-ton hopper. Chopped them to bits, did whatever was necessary. It's all on RM Web if anyone would like to have a look at RM Web. Just put in DENT station. So the signalman's just given the right of way for the last train of the session. So this is the IVET 262 tank, which was on a local shed supply and delivery. Front wagons for stores, coal followed, and then ash at the rear. It's heading off to Hellifield at the moment. It will probably go as far as Skipton, and then go for disposal and refilling. So I think did I say that the local was 41222, a Carlisle based engine. So here we go. And that's it for this session, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the filming, even with the warps and all. I don't think the BBC will be after me anytime soon. Thank you. Please tune in again next week when we'll have the 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock session. Bye for now.